Very nice series for us. We swung the bat well today. The bottom of the order set up the whole thing today between Hanahan and Kearns. Set it up for Brantley, Asdrubal Cabrera, who was a one-man show at the plate today, and Shin-Soo Choo. So just quality of bats. Took the walks when we had to, and then Cabrera just took over. He was remarkable. He was on every pitch, including that last one. Did a great job. I don't even know how he kept it fair, but he just had terrific at bats all day, and he continues to play like an all-star for us from day one. Carrasco took advantage of the lead and was very aggressive, established his fastball for the first couple innings, and then broke a very good breaking ball that he used a lot today, a lot more than his changeup, and try to get 7 out of him. Having Vinny unavailable today, but it was good enough. I think Durbin did a fantastic job because the Reds were coming back, and in that inning, if we would have allowed any runs, then things would have gotten very serious, and the momentum couldn't have shifted there. But Durbin came in and did a fantastic job, and we're happy because we're going to need this guy. It's a long year, and he pitched very well for the Phillies for the last couple of years. So good series. Let's enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and we know we're going to have our hands full the next 3 days, so we have to enjoy this.
How important has Cabrera been just providing that stability in that 2-hole for you guys?
Very important, especially because of the fact that our number 3 and number 4, have taken them a while to get going, and he's been there from day one. We've been fortunate enough that Brantley and Grady on the top of the order have been good, and he's hitting behind them, and also the fact that earlier in the year we got some production from Hanahan. So Cabrera being as hot as he's been, or as consistent as he's been the whole season, has been huge, and that's what it's all about. He has allowed some of the other guys give him more time and contribute here and there, but he's been impressive.
Man, he's rarely in the discussion when you talk about the top shortstops in the American League. Is it time that he's included in that group?
It depends who you're discussing it with. I mean, the people, yeah, if you're discussing it with me, he's on the top of those guys. Probably top 5 to be, being nice to the rest of the guys. But if you do talk to the people that sees him on a more regular basis, like the managers in our division, they value this guy. I mean, this is a guy who already hit over 300 at the major league level, but we didn't have a very good season as a team a couple of years ago, and people probably didn't notice it as much. But we do know that he's one of the best in the position, and we're glad we have him.
Did you come into this year expecting to see more power from him? Is that something you guys talked about in spring training?
Not so much the power. Home run wise, I know the extra base, at least counting on over 30 doubles, because you could see that when this guy came back last year, he was very weak, and hitters, they use their forearms a lot. It means a lot to them at the plate, and this guy was very weak. All he could do was try to stay inside the ball and hit line drives, and we really appreciate the fact that he's a gamer and wanted to play like that. But boy, I mean, when he's healthy, we see him in batting practice. He does have the power to to create some havoc there with extra bases from both sides of the plate, and he did it today.
Is the power just a product of picking his spots to do that? I mean, he's not swinging for the fence every time.
Yeah, he's maturing. I mean, overall as a person, as a player, as a shortstop, and as a hitter. I mean, it takes time. This guy's still young, and I think Orlando had a good talk with him in spring training, and John had talked to him in spring training too about there are situations and there are counts where you can take a good swing and use that power, because if you see him take batting practice, I mean, he has above average power for his position. He just never tried. He's got such a great feel for the barrel of the bat that uses the whole feel, insides out the ball. But he's been doing that well this year. When he gets a pitch and the count, he lets it fly, and so far so good.
Nice not to be on the edge of your seat in the late innings. today?
Well, up until the 7th,
Yeah.
I think, you know, coming back and scoring those 4 on the bottom of the 7th really helped us big time because, you know, Lacure did a good job of stopping us, and then they continue to, you know, score a run here and there. And not having Vinny, we were a little, you know, short in the pen today, but those 4 runs, we just came back and swung the bat very well and just gave us a cushion that we needed.
Manny, with Cabrera, is it the difference from last year and this year? Is he healthy this year, or are there other things going on?
Well, you know, I only saw him for about a month before he got hurt, Jim. So the only reason I could say he's healthy. I wasn't here in the past. They said that he showed up in, you know, in better shape in spring training. He played winter ball to test his forearm, so he stayed active. And he came to Arizona a little bit earlier than usual to check with our strength conditioning coach, Joe Kessler, and apparently has paid up. But I think it's just the fact that he's healthy and he's maturing as a hitter.